Have you ever wondered why we set goals in the first place? Is it just about reaching a target, or is it about pushing ourselves to see what we are truly made of? The truth is, most of us live well below our full potential, and that's not because we lack ability, but because we often underestimate what we can achieve. Fear and uncertainty are part of the process, but they only win if we let them hold us back. So why do we keep aiming for what's safe and comfortable? If we never challenge ourselves, how can we ever grow beyond the limits we have set? This marathon journey isn't about crossing a finish line. It's about proving to myself, and maybe to you too, that we are capable of so much more than we think. Through this series, leading up to Malta's Marathon 2025, I will provide you the tools, resources and knowledge to PR alone your next race. Whether it's a full marathon, a half marathon, a 10K or even your first 5K. The plan is set on February 23rd, 2025. I'll be running Malta's Marathon, and I have set two main goals for this journey. First, I want to share everything I learned along the way. The tools, strategies and resources you need to achieve a personal best record in your next race. Completely on your own. Second, I'm aiming to run Malta's Marathon in a sub 3 hours. This will be my second marathon. My first was the Athens Marathon, where I finished in 3 hours and 21 minutes. This time, my goal is to push myself further and achieve a sub 3 marathon. So we have up. Hello guys, and welcome to this video of my marathon prep series. So today we are going to speak about the 4 foundations during your marathon preparations. The 4 most important steps, the 4 most important things that you have to follow and give attention during your preparation. The first foundation is your easy runs. These are your slower, steady pace runs designed to build your endurance and your aerobic capacity. Personally, I'm doing my easy runs a bit lower or on my first lactate zone. I'm going to speak in the next video about how to measure your lactate and how to find your lactate zones. The second one is speed work. This includes intervals, sprints and tempo workouts. Speed work should focus to improve your overall pace and running economy. They focus more in your lactate threshold. The third foundation is strength training. Strength training helps you to prevent injuries and improves your running efficiency. We are going to speak in another video, in a whole video about this, and it's going to give you a lot of benefits if you focus at least 2 or 3 times per week in the strength training. The fourth and last foundation that we are going to speak through these marathon prep videos is periodization. There are not a lot of people that will do periodization through their preparation, even if it's for their marathon, full marathon, half marathon or even their 10K race. But it's very important to do the periodization. Periodization, it's a crucial foundation which is a strategic planning of your training cycles to balance between training and recovery. So in that way, you will avoid injuries, but on the same time, you will be ready in the race day to give your best effort. The truth is, guys, that having a community, a support system around you makes all the difference. Because sometimes it's not just about the training, it's about learning from each other. It's about sharing experiences and inspiring each other to achieve your goals. Because in my opinion, only together we can achieve what might seem impossible in the beginning. And that's exactly what I hope to create through these videos of marathon preparation. A place where we can all grow, we can all learn and support each other to reach our full potential. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we are going to speak about the first foundation of your marathon preparation. The first foundation is the easy runs. Let's see what is the easy runs and if they are important, and of course how to do them during your preparation. Easy runs are the comfortable runs that you do during your preparation, and they are really important. You will probably have heard many times people to say that easy runs should be easy and that a lot of people do the mistake to do them fast, but the easy runs should be slow. I'm sorry, but today I'm going to tell you something totally different, that easy runs shouldn't be so easy, and most of the runners do the mistake to do their easy runs very slow and very easy. Why running so slow could be a mistake? Because if your easy runs are too slow, you will not get much physiological benefits, except if you are a beginner. If you are a beginner, you will have a few physiological benefits through your running biomechanics and in your running economy. But for most runners, running too slow does so little. Personally, I do all of my easy runs just below or right at my first lactate zones. In this zone, in the first lactate zone, my body gets real physiological benefit that I can use and that I'm going to use through the race day. Now let's have a look of how I measure my lactate zones through a simple blood lactate test with a sport scientist. What we are gonna do is a gradually increasing intensity protocol at sweating, and we will take samples after each stage. So we're gonna figure out how much lactic acid you produce and how efficient your body is to recover from that.
One minute to go, 1 minute to complete the stage of 17 kilometers per hour. Come on, come on. Let's go for 2 minutes. Let's go for 2 minutes. Come on, give it everything now. It is now or never. It is now or never. Come on, come on, come on. Is 6.3.
Another way to find your first lactate zone is if you do 180 minus your age. And the target heart rate, the beats per minute that you will find, is the heart rate that you want to have through your easy runs. So let's say if you are 30 years old, you have to do 180 minus 30, which is 150. 150 beats per minute should be your target heart rate for your easy runs if you want to work in your first lactate zone. But keep in mind that this method isn't very accurate because it depends on your fitness level and many other factors. So if you want to measure accurate your lactate zones, do a simple blood lactate test with a sport scientist. To be honest, I believe that most of the people really enjoy to do their easy runs because they are very easy, they are very comfortable. They like to have their easy workouts. But in reality, your workouts shouldn't be that easy. Easy should be your race day. Race day should be inevitable. Race day should be fun. Race day is fun because there is the crowd, the cameras, your friends, your family. What is not fun is working out at 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning. That is not fun. Sweating and struggling at the gym. This is not fun. But this is what makes a champion. To motivate yourself to go on your own at 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning to do your workout. When there are no friends, no cameras, no crowd, no family, nothing. Sweating and struggling at the gym. Keep motivating yourself, set your goals high and go for it, even if it's hard. 450 pace, 12k, easy run for today in my first lactate zone, my first lactate threshold zone is around 12k, 450 pace. So guys, today let's see what lactic acid is, what lactate threshold is, and why it's so important for runners and athletes. Lactic acid or lactate is produced in our muscles through intense exercise. So when we push ourselves hard enough, then our body can't use the oxygen to meet the energy demands. So our body starts produce lactate, lactic acid, and starts using this as energy. Now the lactate threshold training, also known as tempo workouts, is the point when your lactate starts to accumulate faster than your body can clear it away. Essentially is when you start feeling that burn in your legs and your body. Is the pace that is a bit faster than your race pace, but not too fast than you can't keep it for a while. Intervals for today on track: 4 minutes in, 2 minutes out for 4 rounds. What we are gonna do is 4 minutes running in 90% of maximal aerobic speed, 340 pace for me, and 2 minutes walking in 35% of maximal aerobic speed, 9 pace. 4 rounds, 4 minutes in, 2 minutes out, 4 minutes running, 2 minutes walking. Last round, and the most difficult as always. Heart rate 185 pulse per minute. Training into your lactate threshold helps you to build endurance. And why? That's because when you run in this intensity, your body starts to become more efficient in using lactate as a source of energy instead of relying on oxygen. And that means that you can run faster and longer before that tired and burning feeling sets in. However, don't forget that the key to benefit from your lactate threshold trainings is first to build a very good aerobic base. If you build first a solid aerobic base, long and easy runs, then you can start adding tempo workouts and lactate threshold trainings to increase your lactate higher. Now, how you can measure your lactate threshold, how you can find my lactate threshold. To measure your lactate threshold, you can do an easy blood lactate test with a sports scientist. If you can do this and you want to go with perceived exertion, with perceived effort, then have in your mind that your lactate threshold training is that if you have a scale 1 to 10, and 1 is the easier workout and 10 is the hardest, think about that you should be around 7 to 8. Track for today, and what we are gonna do is 1 minute in, 1 minute out for 10 rounds. 1 minute in, 60 seconds in 3:15 pace, and then, which is my 100% maximal aerobic speed, 1 minute off, 1 minute walking in my 35% of my maximal aerobic speed, which is approximately 9 pace. It's too cold, but we are here. But we are here, we'll do our workout even if it's cold. So even if it's the temperature or your sleep, your time, you always need to sacrifice something. So take the reward at the end of the day. So if you feel about that the effort is start getting too hard, that's your cue to slow down a little bit. But remember, with lactate threshold trainings, the point is to stay just below the point when the lactate starts to build up. So have in your mind that it's the comfortable, hard workout. So focus on your easy runs to build a solid aerobic base, and then add tempo workouts. This combination, guys, is definitely going to help you to be faster and get more efficient at your runnings. Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well and welcome to this video of my marathon prep series videos. Today we are going to speak about the third foundation, which is strength training. Probably it's not the first time that you will hear about the strength training into your marathon preparation. But is it essential? Is it a game changer? Or is it just a waste of time? First and foremost, injury prevention. Strength training is one of the best ways to prevent injuries. Running puts repetitive stress into your muscles and tendons. By strengthening key areas, your body can handle better the demands of a marathon training. Second one is running economy. We could definitely dedicate a whole episode about what is running economy and how to improve your running economy and everything around running economy. But today let's cover just the basics. So, what is running economy? Running economy is your ability to run faster and longer while using less energy. How does that work? Stronger muscles operate more efficiently, needing less oxygen to sustain a steady pace. To give you an example, think about it like comparing two vehicles traveling at 100 km per hour. The car A uses 5 liters of fuel per 100 km while the car B uses 10 liters per 100 km. The car A is clearly more efficient. Similar for runners. If two athletes have exactly the same VO2 max, the one with better running economy will expend less effort to cover the same distance. So improving your strength training enhances also your running economy. The third one is better running coordination. Good running form is essential for efficiency and speed, and strength training helps you maintain proper posture and coordination. A stronger core stabilizes your body, reducing unnecessary movements and keeping your form intact even when fatigue sets in. This leads to smoother, more efficient running, especially in the final miles of run. This leads to a smoother, more efficient running, especially in the last miles of a marathon. Fourth one, enhancing stride and cadence. Strength training improves your stride and cadence. By building power in your legs, you can achieve a stronger push-off with each step, increasing your stride length without overextending. At the same time, a stronger body can help you to maintain on an optimal cadence, reducing the risk of overstriding and the energy loss that comes with it. So, as a conclusion, guys, incorporating strength training into your marathon preparation isn't just optional. It's essential for maximizing performance and staying injury-free. In my opinion, aim for 2 to 3 strength sessions each week, focusing on compound movements like squats and deadlifts, along with exercises targeting your core and stabilizer muscles. So if you want to take your marathon preparation into the next level, don't just run, lift weights. Hello everyone and welcome to this video of the marathon preparation videos. Today we are going to speak about the fourth foundation of your marathon preparation, which is periodization. What is periodization? Periodization is breaking your training into phases. So on that way you can build your performance step by step, avoid injuries, and at the same time to peak at your race day. The phases of a marathon periodization are 4. The base phase, the build phase, the peak phase, and the last one before the race is the tapering. Let's start with the first phase, which is the base phase. Usually is 8 to 12 weeks before the race day. You focus more on easy runs and to increase the mileage, and also to build endurance and your running efficiency. The second phase is the build phase. At this phase, you try to add more tempo runs and more race pace runs, while at the same time you keep increasing your mileage, so your long runs. The third phase, which is the most important phase for me, is 4 to 6 weeks before your race day, and is the peak phase. During this phase, you try to have more high intensity workouts like intervals, and you do your long runs on your marathon pace, also known as your race pace. The last but not least phase, if you want to peak on your race day, is the tapering, the taper. During this phase, you try to reduce the mileage but keep the intensity. What that means? For example, if you are doing your intervals, if you do 4 minutes for 4 rounds on 15 speed, during the tapering you can decrease the rounds, so you can do 2 or 3 rounds, or you can decrease the minutes, so you can do 2 or 3 minutes of intervals. But you will keep the same speed, 15 speed. That means that you keep the intensity, but you can decrease the volume. Based on the latest research, you have to decrease the volume around 60 to 75%.
And finally, race day arrived. After 4 months of preparation, showing up every day, focusing on the details, the moment was here. We left early in the morning, driving to the race. My mind was calm, my body ready. The day to achieve my goal and prove to myself that I'm capable of much more. Ten minutes before the start, I warmed up, feeling light, feeling focused. And then the race began. The first kilometers felt smooth, effortless. I stuck to my planned pace, feeling strong. But as I reached kilometer 28, things started to get tough. A few inclines made the race harder, my legs heavier, but this is why I signed up, for this discomfort, for this challenge. The final kilometer, pure fatigue, but I refused to slow down. I pushed forward, step by step, and as the crowd cheered, I made it, crossing the finish line with a sub-3 marathon.
Hello guys, sub-3 marathon today, Malta's marathon, and we made it. They all doubted me, but I made it, because doubts are only dangerous when you start doubting yourself. Set your goals high and go for it.
If you want to win something, run 100 meters. But if you want to feel something, run a marathon.